Welcome to Lee Does Stuff. Today, we are going to be painting the walls and the surrounding areas of these stairs. Now, stairs can be kind of complicated to work around, but I'm going to show you how to get it done. So, as we can see on the sides of the walls, I have spackled. There are those little white spots off to the left, and there are some to the right, but more to the left. And I have sanded them out, and they will be ready for paint. There's a little bit more there on the right side. I have also taken the railing off if you're looking down the stairs there to the left, and you can keep the railing on or off. I like working with the railing off. So we're going to do this top cut here, and I'm going to show you how to get a ladder on these stairs and do that cut top as well, because that can be kind of confusing and a little difficult if you don't have the right tool. Okay, so here, again, I've sanded and I have spackled all the little nicks and crannies and holes and whatnot, and now I'm ready to paint. As you can see, I don't have a dropper on the stairs. I'm going to focus on just doing the lower cut here, just around the stairs, because I find just it's too much around stuff when you have like a dropper and then you're walking. You also have other trades walking through, and if there is a dropper laid on the stairs and you just paint these, a lot of times the dropper will go off and hit the wall and rub on the wall and ruin your paint job. So I like to start doing all the lower cut. I'm going to work my way up. There we go, making good progress here. I'm going to do the lower cut, and I'm going to do everything I'm doing here on my lower cut, I'm going to do 2 times. All right, so let's continue along. Let's cut the seam here. I'm going to start from the right here, and I'm going to move in the left direction here. I'm going to go counterclockwise around. And we want to think about painting kind of like a box. You want to get your cuts done high and low, and then you want to bring in the big roller, and then you just want to blend it all. Speaking of blending, you also want to blend your brush marks. So after what I did there, I smooth out what I can with my brush, and then it's nice to take your Whiz Roller and really, do a nice tight close cut there and roll it out, and it really looks seamless when it dries. It still will look good if you just blend it in with your paintbrush, but I find taking the extra time to really blend up and down with your Whiz Roller makes a big difference. Okay, so we are making good progress coming around here, moving counterclockwise. Just going to keep on moving in this direction, doing that seam there. All right. The magic of movie making. It's pretty much all done, except for that little spot there. Boom. She be done. All right, so now we have to work our way down the other stairs. See, we did the right there. Everything's done. Now we're going to work our way down the left. I find taping the stairs where there's carpet and really driving that edge down to the wall there. I mean, it's not rocket science, so you can just do what I've shown you here, but it really makes a big difference when you pull up that tape and the little bit of carpet comes up over the edge there, and then you have a very, very, very crisp line. All right, here, we cannot forget to do under the ledges. Now, a lot of times if you slop too much paint, it'll get under, and these are the details that matter. We definitely do not want to glob on the paint. We want to create a little reservoir below, and then we just want to come up, and we want our brush to barely touch that line. And if you are making contact, it's so microscopic that you just won't even see it. It appears super crisp to the human eye. Sometimes you get these little schmagger parts, just pull them off, and we did our cut with the brush, and we're going to blend with the Whiz once again, just working down. Continuing upstairs here, we have to cut this whole ledge as well. Same thing, create the little reservoir, get all the excess paint off, and then you go up to the line and let the brush do the work. See, I'm going below the line, and then I'm coming up and just pulling all that paint along that line. And if you do it this way, you won't have any buildup. You can cut a ceiling or cut by a baseboard the exact same way. Again, it isn't rocket science. It takes a little bit of practice. I know you all can do it. And do this blend technique as well, when you come down, because when you start rolling up and you have all this area here, it's seamless. And I've seen other places where painters have, just brushed it, and it does look okay. Yeah, I mean, there's no arguing that. But for a super high-end job, for a really, really nice job, the blend technique works well. All right, so I've done 2 lower cuts here, 2. So on the sides by the stairs, they are dry. And now we don't have to worry about the dropper. People walking through, we don't have to worry about the dropper hitting the sides of the walls and making a mess. And now we can focus on this top cut here. And we can do all these little seams. So how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to do it with the 3-way ladder. I will link a video on how to use a 3-way ladder, or just even more how it works, so that you can see all the different uses that a 3-way ladder has. They are an extremely handy tool. Now, can you use a regular ladder and jam it in the stairs and lean it to see that wall right in front of me where I'm painting? You absolutely can do that, but realize that where your ladder makes contact with the wall, that a lot of times the drywall seems to be soft in these areas, or maybe not built as well, or just kind of looked past by the carpenters and builders. And I've seen people go right through them. And then you have some work on your hands to patch something that really is just, it can just really ruin your whole day. So here we are, working our way around, doing the top cut with our 3-way ladder that offsets beautifully on the stairs, and you don't have to make any contact with walls. Okay, so here we go. I'm doing my same technique here. I'm making my little reservoir below, brushing out all my brush marks, and then whizzing down. You see my whizzing down? You see how wide that is? When that dries, when you roll up to that, you have tons of area to roll up to, and it just looks fantastic. So now I've went around everywhere. Below, I've done my 2 cuts close to the stairs, and now it's time to bring out the big roller. And you see, I'm working my way left to right, and it is looking really good here. Look at that. She's all rolled up top here, and now I'm going to roll the bottom. And all I have to do is get close to the sides of the stairs, because remember, we did our 2 cuts with the whiz. With the brush and the whiz, we did our 2 cuts. So now we just have to roll these walls out twice, and voila, we are ready to go. And then we can get our railing back on and do our finishing touches. Drum roll, please. Here we go. This is the finished product. Job is done. Railing back on. And it is looking really soft, nice. I am really happy with the results here. We have 0 paint on this carpet because we taped off those edges nice. We did our 2 lower cuts first, and then we let them dry, and then we put our dropper on. And this is the way to do things. Got our faceplate back on, and we are finished. It's looking really good. And this is how you work in a stairwell. It's not easy, but with a little bit of time and patience, we can all get the job done. Thank you for watching.